boys division, European Championship 2018. We are playing 6 games. We are moving 4 lanes right and 4 lanes left. Again, 4 lanes right, 4 lanes left. And please, do not move until you hear the whistle, and do not start again for the next game before you hear the second whistle. That's 10 minutes practice. we are missing a number of comments for the girls. Ladies, 3 o'clock, gentlemen, ladies. Deliver, please. Thank you. Once again, we're welcoming you to the second squad in the boys doubles division. And please do not begin yet. We are not ready. Please hold back. We are not ready yet. And as I said, we are moving 6 lanes right, 6 lanes left. No, 4 right, 4 left. 4 lanes right, 4 lanes left, not 6. Please hold back, we are not yet ready. Okay, we are ready. Good luck to everybody.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, once again welcome to the second squad of the boys doubles here at the European Youth Championships 2018, live from Aalborg in Denmark. Just want to give you a small update on the scores from the first squad. In the lead we have Germany with plus 255. In second we have Finland plus 235. In third, Belgium plus 219. And in fourth, and the current cut to the semifinals, is Sweden plus 213. Do remember that after this squad we are done for the day. Finals are tomorrow and they'll be at 5:30. Tomorrow is the day for the girls doubles, and they will play 2 squads as the boys have done today. We will be starting tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock with the first squad and 1:15 for the second squad. Semifinals at 5:30 and finals approximately at 6:15. Remember, we have 3 streaming channels during the entire championship, which means you can follow your team everywhere in the bowling center. We have channel 1 covering lanes 1 to 8, channel 2 covering lanes 9 to 16, and finally channel 3 covering lanes 17 to 24. In the squad we are moving 4 lanes. Even lanes are moving 4 lanes right, and the odd numbered lanes are moving 4 left. As I said, cut for top channels 1 and 3 is online for sure. We are now also online with channel 2. So everything is back online. Channel 1 covers the first 8 lanes, and channel 2 9 to 16, and finally channel 3 17 to 24. Online scoring should also be back online. You can find it all on our championship website, EYC2018.eu. Also the scores from the first game is online there. And as I said, Sweden is leading 459. I will try to get a bit of an overview here on how the second game is going, and I will be back with you shortly for a score update from game 2. I have just been told that the online scoring is still recovering from the internet connection outage. We are restarting everything now on the online scoring, so we should be scores should be updated within a few minutes on the online scoring. So please have a small patience with the online scoring. Should be up very soon. Okay, we have just verified that the online scoring is now back online. So all lanes should now be updating to the latest scores here from the center. We apologize for this small outage. Let's hope it's the last one. Just got a look at Team Sweden. Seems like they will bowl second game just around 400. I'm just taking a walk through the center now to see if I can spot some high games. Looks like Ukraine will be over the 400 limit. Also Germany seems to have found something here. Looking to get a game around 450. So Germany was at 414 for the first game. Now it looks like a 450 game. So Germany seems to be scoring high here. Finland at lane 15-16 with 441 in the first game seems to be scoring a regular, a similar game in the second. But now we have Oni in the 10th frame with a 7. So if he spares, we will have a game around 450 for Team Finland. Norway is looking at a well over 400, 430, 440, something like that. Doesn't look like we're getting these very high games around 500 that we saw in the last game, but again, that was in the middle part of the squad. We saw Germany shoot 491, 494 in game 3 and 4. We also saw Finland in the last squad with 501 in game 4. So if the squad develops as the first one, we should be starting to see higher scores towards the end. I believe in the first squad the highest game was around 470 for the. So it seems like the scoring pace is following the first squad. Players are struggling a bit to get the real high games in the first two games. Let's see when we get to game 3 and 4, the scoring will go up. Right now we're waiting for everyone to finish the second game so we can collect some scores, and I'll give you an update as soon as we have the scores. So, we have collected the scores from the second game. Also available on the website. In front, after 2 games, we have Finland with 882. In second place, Sweden, 875. Third place, Germany, 873. In fourth place, we have Ukraine, 861. Followed by Slovenia on fifth place with 859. Also, Norway and Belgium is just above the 800. And we need a little over 200 plus to get to the semi-finals. And for those of you who have just joined us, welcome to the European Youth Championships 2018 from Aalborg, Denmark. After this squad, there will be no more bowling today, as the semi-finals are tomorrow. And they will be played 5:30. Tomorrow is the day of the girls' doubles. Same squad times as today, 9 o'clock and 1:15. We are getting the team assignments for the girls' doubles. We almost have everybody. You can check those as well on the championship website, EYC2018.eu. Also on the website, links to our online scoring from the entire center, and also links to this live stream. We are going out on 3 channels, so we are covering the entire center. We will be doing this for the entire championship, so you can watch every shot from your team in all disciplines. As said before, on top of this squad so far is Finland with plus 82. With a stable scoring pace of 441 and 441. If you wish to follow Finland, currently leading, they are playing at lanes 11 and 12. Started this game out with an open frame for Lassie and Oni with a 9 spare. So we are in the third game of boys double squad 2. I will again do my best to keep you updated on the scores when we get to the end of the game. I'll try to announce all the high scores during game 3. So I'll take a short break once again, and we'll be back with you later in this game. Okay, we are approaching the end of game 3 here in squad 2 of the doubles. In the lead we have Finland after 2 games. They seem to be struggling a bit in this one, especially Lassi, who's only gonna get a 150 game this time. Fortunately, his buddy Ani is currently 156 in the 7th and a double in 8th and 9th. But they will have to pick up the scores in the last games to make the cut, which is just over 200 plus from the first squad. In second place after game 2 we have Sweden. Sweden is currently on lanes 5 and 6. They can still pick up a quite okay score. We currently have Adam working on a triple here. Gets a 7. Sorry, he was working on a 4-bagger. So his current score is 144 in the 7th. So it looks like a just around 200 game. William Svensson with 115 in the 7th and a strike in the 8th. So he can also strike out for 200. So also Sweden looking to get a game just around the 400. So we need higher scores in the last 3 games. If anyone from squad 2 is going to qualify for the semifinals. Finland 148 for Lassi. Now Oni is. That was 9 miss in the 10th frame, which only gets him to 213. So that's 361 for Finland in game 3. So Finland will drop back. We have Iceland scoring 423 in game 3. Iceland was outside the top 12 after 2 games, so they really need to pick it up. Also have Malta. Seems to be shooting a game around 430 on this one. On lane 17. 312 for Slovakia. 338 for Scotland. Seems on the last 6 lanes we have no teams above 1200 after 3 games. So it seems overall the scoring pace is lower in this squad than the first squad. And we might even see that the top 4 is going to be found from squad 1 alone. But there's still 3 games to go. A 500 game for anyone will bring them right back into this. So we will just wait for everyone to finish the 3rd game, and we will collect scores and give you an update on the standings after game 3. We'll be back with you in a few minutes. So, now we have the scores from Game 3. Overall, a low-scoring game. From the top 10 teams, we only have 2 teams above 400 in Game 3. Both Sweden, Finland, Germany and Ukraine, and Slovenia, who's top 5, all of them scoring below 400 in that Game 3. So right now in first place we have Sweden, still have Sweden, with 1250. Second place Finland, 1243. Followed by Germany, 1242, and Ukraine, 1232. So all of the teams really need to start scoring high games in order to have the chance to qualify for the semifinals tomorrow. Semifinals are played at 5:30 tomorrow evening or afternoon. Tomorrow we start off with the girls squad 1 at 9 o'clock, followed by squad 2 at 3:15, and then semifinals for both girls and boys at 5:30, and finals for both girls and boys at 6:15. We have 3 games left of the squad. After that we are done for the day. So we are getting an early ending today. Just trying to get a look at the top teams, Sweden and Finland. Sweden is at lanes 9 and 10 this time, and both players started off with a strike. Finland, Lassi with 9 spear strike and Oni with a strike. So good starts for the top teams for this game 4. Let's see if they can continue. Remember to follow online, both on online scoring and here on the live stream. If you are watching one of the channels, remember we have 3 channels covering the entire center. Of course, channel 1 covering the first 8 lanes, channel 2 the mid 8 lanes, and channel 3 the last 8 lanes. Let's hope we get to see some higher scores to get an exciting end to the squad. For now, I'll leave you with game 4, and we'll come back with an update when we get close to the end of game 4. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching the end of game 4. And I will try to update you on some scores. Finland. We have Finland on way to quite a big score, even though we have a split in the 9th frame for Lassi. Oni with 160 in the 6th frame and 2 strikes after. So on a 280 pace, which could bring Finland to a very much needed high game if they want to qualify for the semifinals. Also Sweden looks like they like lanes 9 and 10 better, even though it's not huge scores. We are seeing better scores from Sweden this time. Seems like they will go just over 400 this time. Malta 381, one of the best represented countries guest-wise and spectator-wise, so they have a huge crowd. And if you watch the opening ceremony, you should hear that when Malta was presented. Slovakia 355, Poland 348 in game 4. I believe I saw a big game from one of the Scottish players. Just making my way down there now. Missed 10th frame, but still 224. So a 4-0-2 game for Scotland this time. Iceland just around 400 in the 4th game. But it seems that we won't have too many teams right up there battling for the semifinal spots. Right now, I think Finland is the only team. The scoring pace is around a little over 200 cut. Just down at lane 3 and 4, Ukraine looks to create quite a score. Can strike out from the 9th frame to around 480 this time. Germany also quite okay in this game. They are currently just starting the 8th frame. A stone 8 pin from Ukraine here. Unfortunate for the team from Ukraine. A double for Germany. So right now they are, if they strike out from the 9th and 10th frame, we will see a 490 game. And it's very needed for those teams to high games if they want to be in the last two games for semi-final cup. And once again, the cut just over 200 plus. Most lanes are now done with game 4. So once again, we will just wait for everyone to finish so we can collect some scores and give you an update before the last two games. Let's hope we will get some excitement to see who will make the cut for the finals. So we will wait until the games are over. We will collect the scores and I will get back to you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have collected scores from Game 4. A big 482 from Finland brings them to plus 125. So 2 big games, around 450. And we will have Finland in the semifinals. Second place we have Germany with a 450 game. brings them to plus 107. Sorry, plus 92. In third place, Sweden, plus 80. And Ukraine in fourth with plus 43. So it is very much open. Finland especially are very much in the running, but any one of these teams can, with a 500 game, and we will have a very, very exciting sixth game. I'll just try to find some of the teams. I have Sweden right in front of me now. Started with a strike and a 9 spare. Have to locate Finland to take a look at their first frames. Center is starting to get very crowded again. They are on 3-4. Finland started an open frame for the first player and then a strike. And now also a strike for Lassi. And Oni started with a strike as well. So it's very much open. And once again, I'd like to welcome new viewers to the European Youth Championships 2018, live from Aalborg in Denmark. If you want to check out the scores, find links to our online scoring, do visit our website, EYC2018.eu. Also remember, we have 3 different streaming channels covering the entire center. Channel 1 covers 1 to 8, Channel 2 9 to 16, and Channel 3 covers lanes 17 to 24. On the championship website you can also find the oil pattern, which is a 39-foot pattern. You can also find the brand new lane mapping guide of Lovvang Bowling Center, mapped just a few days before this championship started. So we might be in for a very exciting finish to this second squad. I'll try my best to keep you updated on the top teams for those who can make the cut during these last 2 games. So I'll take a break from the commentary just now, and we'll be back with you at the end of this game. Enjoy Game 5. Okay, welcome back to everyone to the conclusion of Game 5 of this boys squad 2. Just spotted that Germany, who's sitting in second place with 92 pins plus after 4 games, they are looking at a 420, 430 game as it looks right now. So they need a 490 game approximately in the last one to clinch a spot in the final. Try to make my way to Finland, who's also playing down in the lower end of the center, lane 3 and 4. This game has been a big struggle for Finland. 200 for Lassi and a 141 in the 9th frame for Onni. So minus 30 if he strikes out. And that will put them to a little under 100 plus. So Finland seems to also be struggling. So they are in need of a 500 plus game in the last one. Right now I'm looking at Sweden, lane 13-14. William Svensson just threw the first strike in the 10th frame. Adam with a 224 score in game 5. William Svensson can still strike out in the last 2 shots for a 237 game. So potentially a 460 game for Sweden, which will put them plus 140. So they are in need of approximately 480 in the last game to get a spot in the final. So we have no teams who's scoring very high like we saw in the first squad, but we do have a couple of teams who can still make it with a high scoring 6th game. So it will be very exciting to follow. Just in the higher end of the center now, where basically everyone is finished. A 316 score for Turkey, 350 for England, 364 for Poland, 415 for Iceland. Ukraine is just finishing their 5th game now. And wow, what a struggle they've had in this game. They were sitting on a plus 43 score for the first 4 games. And it doesn't even look like they can push this one to a 300 score in the 5th game. We have 110 in the 9th for Yaroslav, and Mykola 117 in the 8th with a strike in the 9th. So it is safe to say that Ukraine can no longer make the cut for the semifinals. We are just about to finish up the last lane pairs, and then we will collect the scores very fast to get you all updated on the scores before the last game. Let's see if we can get some challenges for the top 4. So I will be back with you in a couple of minutes when we have the scores. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have the scores from Game 5, also available online at the championship website. On first place, we have Sweden, 21-41, so plus 141. In second, we have Germany, 21-19. And third, we have Finland, who struggled in that Game 5. Only a 361 score, so now a total of plus 86, which really tightens the grip on the Finnish players. They are in need of a very, very high game. The cut after the first squad is also Sweden with plus 113. 213, sorry. So we need the other Swedish team playing this squad need a 473 score. 473 for Sweden, and we need a 500 plus for Germany for them to qualify. So we are in for an exciting last game. Sweden's high game so far was actually in Game 5, 461. So you might say Sweden is on a pace to maybe actually do this and maybe qualify for the semifinals. Sweden started out this game with a 9 miss for Adam and a strike for William. So they really need to get striking from the beginning. They need to find nice lines and some good carry to be able to make this happen. And a 10 pin for Adam. So he needs to find a way to strike really fast if the Swedish team wants to qualify. Good thing for Sweden is that if this Swedish team does not qualify, it looks like the other Swedish team will keep their fourth place. That is, if Germany doesn't score 500 plus in this one. The German team started out with 2 9 spares, so the pressure is really on them to get striking fast. Spare for Adam from Sweden. Started out this game with 9 miss, 9 spare. And now William Svensson is playing his second frame. He's working on a strike. So we need a game in the 470s for Team Sweden. And also a 10 pin for William. Let's see if Sweden will find a solution to this 10 pin problem. Germany started off with 3 9s as well. So it seems like both teams are struggling a bit with the carry at the beginning of Game 6. For those interested, Sweden is on lanes 17-18. Germany is on lanes 21 and 22. So both Sweden and Germany are playing on channel 3 of the live stream. Last team for a possibility to reach the finals is Finland. They are sitting on a score plus 86, so they need around 530. And they are struggling a bit from the beginning of this game. Lassi with 2 open frames and a strike. Oni with a spare and a strike so far. So, and now a 9 for Ani. So basically they need to strike out from here to make the cut. Strike for Germany. Behind Sweden again. And we get a 7 split for Adam. It's a 2-8-10. So obviously an adjustment to get clear of the 10 pin. That backfired here with the 2-8-10. Swedish coach is down there with the players, trying to find a quick solution to this problem, because they really need to get striking soon if they want to make it. Looks more that Team Germany has found some carry and now started to strike after 3 9 spares. They have now a couple of strikes to build on, but they are in need of a 500 game. As mentioned, the cut is plus 213. Germany is currently at plus 119. So just below 500 is needed for Team Germany. Sydney from Germany is about to shoot his 3rd frame, working on a strike. And it's a 4 pin. I will once again take a short break from the commentating. We'll be back towards the end of this game to keep you updated. From the looks right now, it seems that we will not be getting any semi-finalists from this squad. It is still possible for both Sweden and Germany to make it, but they really need to get striking immediately in order to make it. So please stay with us for this exciting end of squad 2. In about 20 minutes we will have the 4 semi-finalists. And please do remember, semi-finals will not be played today. They will be played tomorrow evening at 5:30. So I'll be back in around 10 minutes with the ending of squad 2 and game 6.
nasadil na konci.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are just about to conclude squad 2. We are nearing the end of game 6, and the two contenders for the top 4 spots, which was Sweden, who led the squad after 5 games, and I think we can unfortunately call them out, because they have not found a good way to strike in this game. 122 in the 8th frame for Adam, and 104 in the 6th frame for William. So, and they needed a 470 game. So Sweden is out. Then we have Germany with 2119. So they needed just under 500. And Patrick just got a 9 in the 9th frame. So he can now strike out for 225. And Sydney can strike out for 249. And that will not be enough. So, unless there's some very big game I'm missing, which I don't see anywhere, we already have the top 4. And you can see that by just checking out the scores from squad 1 of the boys doubles. That will be the 4 semi-finalists. I don't have the list right here, but as I remember, it's Germany, it's Finland, it's Sweden, I am not quite sure about the last one. I will of course get those results for you. So those will be the 4 teams. So the top 4 of the boys doubles will be in first place Germany, second place Finland, third place Belgium, and fourth place Sweden. All the teams from squad 1. Those will be the teams in the finals tomorrow at 5:30. As soon as the 6th game is done, we will update the scores online, so you can see the official scores. So we are just about to conclude the first game of the European Youth Championships 2018. And the top 4, as I mentioned before. We will try to find some of the finalists for a short interview. We will see if they are in fact in the bowling center, and those interviews will be on channel 2 of the live stream. So tune into channel 2. Hopefully we will get some interviews for you shortly after the conclusion of the squad. Else, I would like to thank you all for watching here from Aalborg. We will be back tomorrow with the girls' doubles. We will have a new commentator, which will be PBA player Thomas Larsen from Denmark. He will be with you all day tomorrow, guiding you through the girls' squads and also the semi-finals and finals. So be sure to tune in tomorrow at 9 AM. My name is Lars, and I want to thank you for watching today.
Gentlemen, the final standing of the boys doubles and giving us the 4 doubles for the semi-finals tomorrow. At position 1 from Germany, Tim Lindager, Felix Hübner. Second, Finland, Jesse Ahukas, Pyri Puherainen. Belgium on position 3. Darren Pellegrims, Clément Bernard. And last at position 4 from Sweden, Lucas Sevelin, Oscar Wierfeldt. And the semifinals tomorrow afternoon, after the conclusion of the 2 girls' squads.
Den er ikke, den har været tændt hele tiden så. Just a cold.
So we can have coach at one of the sides and then the players.
Setzt euch da hin und kannst ihn da stehen lassen. Ich glaube keiner.
Rutschst du auf, oder?
Ja. Er vi på? Og jeg skal skyde mikrofonen hen mod dem, ikke? Ja.
Do you mind if I just talk in English? Because I don't know whether both of them are really good in English.
Yeah, that would be fine if you
Okay,
translate.
I'll
Because my
just-
German is not very good.
I'll just stay in the back.
Yeah, it's okay. Så vi var på, Kurt. Okay. Yes. Okay. I'm here with Team Germany, leading the boys doubles. Congratulations. Yeah, congratulations. First of all, I'd like to ask you, the first squad seemed to be a lot higher in scoring. And I guess you were a coach for the other German team as well. Do you have any explanation that the first squad was so much better scoring?
Ja, also, ja. Das ist immer ein bisschen Lotterie. Das weiß man vorher nicht, wann die Scores halt höher gehen. Und das Doppel ist immer der Einstieg in den Wettbewerb. Wichtig ist, dass die Jungs ihre Leistung, wie sie sich vorbereitet haben, auf die Bahn bringen, dass wir taktisch halt die richtigen Reaktionen zeigen, dass dann auch mitgearbeitet wird und das war sehr gut.
Okay, and we'll translate here.
Okay, this is just a kind of lottery because you never know how lanes will react in squads, either in the morning or in the afternoon. The most important thing is that the players will just be able to bring their best bowling onto the lanes and have the correct tactical reaction, like changing balls or switching lines, whatever.
Okay, and you will be facing Sweden in the semifinals. How do you see that opponent, and how do you feel prepared for this match? If you want to translate for the players.
Ihr trefft ja dann auf Schweden im Halbfinale und ihr habt ja auch das letzte Spiel im ersten Squad gegen Schweden gemacht. Wie schätzt ihr die ein als Gegner? Welche Chancen seht ihr?
Ja, also Schweden oder allgemein die skandinavischen Länder sind halt immer sehr starke Gegner und man sollte unter den Top 4 nie jemanden unterschätzen. Wir müssen einfach frei, locker spielen und konzentriert spielen und dann haben wir auch hier als Erster auch gegen Vierten dieselbe Chance. Es ist immer dieselbe Chance, 50-50. Ja, und wir müssen einfach uns konzentrieren, dann können wir sie besiegen, wie im letzten Spiel.
You should never underestimate any team which is under top 4 seeded. And of course, every time all Scandinavian countries like Sweden, Finland, Denmark, they are always under top 4. And everybody could win this match and just play their best bowling and give all they can, and then we'll see what's coming out.
Okay, and I want to talk to you a little bit about the rough start you guys had. You started off with a 368, and then after you didn't really look back. You really set the pace for the squad. So you will be playing on the fresh in the semifinals. What do you want to improve or do different in the semifinals?
Nicht ganz.
Ihr hattet einen ziemlich schlechten Start im ersten Spiel und habt danach, seid immer besser ins Spiel gekommen und habt danach den Ton angegeben für den Rest von dem Squad. Und morgen im Semifinale habt ihr ja eine frische Bahn. Inwieweit du da Chancen oder weniger Chancen siehst, das zu gewinnen?
Morgen werden wir im ersten Spiel den Ton angeben.
Tomorrow they will set the tone in the first game.
That sounds good. And last question. You finished 1st and 5th, which is by far the best country so far. After this, we have the team event. And I expect your expectations must be high for especially the team event. So can you put some words on that?
Habt ihr jetzt beide Squads gewonnen als Erster und Fünfter jetzt im gesamten Doppelranking. Geht ihr raus? Wie seht ihr die Chancen für den Teamwettbewerb?
Jeder Wettbewerb fängt von 0 an und das Doppelergebnis zählt da gar nicht. Entscheidend für uns ist, wir befinden uns auf einer langen Reise. Die haben wir im vorigen Jahr begonnen. Das ist eine New Generation seit the last year. And the next year's high performance for these players, not this year.
Well, then you must be pretty satisfied with this year so far, I can imagine.
Yes.
Yeah. I want to wish you all the best tomorrow in the semifinals and further on in the tournament. So thank you for coming. Thank you.